Right, Mick Sorby, you have a book out this Friday called Hartlepool Born Bred. What's it all about then? So, do you want to let everybody know what it's about?
Yes. Right, it's about my life when I was a child, getting fetched up. About my dad. He wasn't the best fellow in the world, and about my life on the doorman 50 year. It's it'll be interesting to people who are in that game. Very interesting. But like my dad, I don't know how to explain to him. He was just a horrible bastard.
Yeah, it was. To be honest, Mick, myself typing out, it reads for pretty brutal reading. It can't help but just feel absolutely sorry for you. And today, the 21st century, I mean, even back then, it's just astonishing how someone could bring their own child up like that. The book, there's a few. I said to Richie Horsley a couple of times. I said, look, sometimes I feel like playing it a little bit down, but you were literally fighting 3 or 4 times a night. Was Hartlepool really that rough?
Yes, it was. Yeah, back then it was. But Jamie, it's different. It was back then. It was different then. You could have a fight and you could have a straightener the next day. Yeah. I mean, now you can't. Now it doesn't work like that anymore, does it?
Yeah. I mean, you've some of the tales you told me. You've been like people ran you over, stabbed you, threatened to shoot you, all this kind of stuff. But it was, what the big thing about you, Mick? You weren't a professional criminal. It was just something you seen as a job, wasn't it?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I found an easy way to put food on the table for wife and kids. That's what it was. I didn't. All the fights I had, I didn't dislike them. It was just the way it happened in my job. I didn't dislike them because if you think I started disliking them and I kept them out of the pubs, they'd have no need for me. There'd be no trouble with them.
Yeah. Was there any ever a time where you thought you dreaded going into work because it got that bad?
Never, not once. No.
Right. No. I mean that nightclub Casper's. I mean, was there two murders in 1 year or something?
2, yeah. They should have down the end. Yeah.
And I mean, you literally earned your money the hard way, didn't you? You were on that door 6 days a week.
Yeah. Well, Jamie, sometimes I've gone home and I couldn't even get my fingers to hold a cup of tea. Do all the fighting. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're going to be in the Hartlepool Mail this week. Obviously, the book's out this Friday. People can buy it from Kindle, £4.95. Paperback's going to be out in April. You can pre-order that now from War Cry Publishing. And do you know, Mick, reading it, I've read it back, and it's quite a sad story as well. You go into the Gurmit Singh shooting, which you received 7 years for, which you never pulled the trigger, but obviously people need to read. And you've made mistakes, haven't you, Mick?
I've made a few, yeah. I have, yeah. But then again, I don't like to admit I've made a mistake because that's like apology and saying you're wrong, isn't it?
Yeah. I think one statement you made in the book, you had to be this kind of hands-on because sometimes saying please and thank you just doesn't cut the mustard in Hartlepool.
No, it didn't. You did right there, Jimmy. It did not. No, sometimes you just had to step straight in and have the fight because you knew you weren't going to get nowhere by talking to them. I'd done the job that long. You could tell, I could always know when I say, listen, we're going to end up putting him out tonight, there's going to be trouble in. Yeah. You could tell they'll come in. Yeah. Just the attitude and the way they look like you.
So you almost had like a sense of you knew what was coming because you'd done it that long, hadn't you?
51 years, Jamie.
Yeah. I mean, what I found with you, Mick, is you're very well liked in Hartlepool. Everybody knows you. And there's a few bits in the book from very well-known faces. Obviously, Hartlepool Radio's Paul Suggett, the boxer Michael Hunter, a few well-known people. They've had the says on you. You're fighting probably the biggest battle you've ever had now, Mick, with the big C, the cancer. How's everything going?
I'm all right. I'm I've done, Jim. I started taking that oil, the canvas oil.
Yeah.
And because I've never been thin. I've always been heavy fella.
Yeah.
I was roughly 18 and a half stone. That's about which we've been. I went down to 13 stone. I thought, fucking hell, look at this. The wind's going to blow us away. Yeah. Anyway, I was talking to this kid, and he said to me, try the cannabis oil, Mick.
Yeah.
I said, I'm on the drugs. He said, Mick, try it. Anyway, I thought, I left it for a while, and I thought, I'll try it. I thought, I want to try anything. I need to put some weight on.
Yeah.
I was too thin. And anyway, within, I don't know, 9-11 weeks, I was back up to 18 stone with it.
Because you misread it, didn't you? You were only supposed to have a tiny bit, and you got stoned once or twice, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, the first time. Yeah. I got in a syringe and I just squirted in my mouth, right?
Yeah.
And I said, what's it doing? And I thought, I don't feel very well here. What's my only?
Yeah.
Anyway, I went to bed. And do you know, like when you bleed, when you have a good drink and it spins around?
Yeah, yeah.
It was spinning around like that. I was dreaming of fucking hitting people with hammers and all kinds.
Jesus. Yeah, but this book, you know, it's you know, people will judge you. You know, obviously that incident on our front a couple of months back, I think the police, the no tax on insurance or something, and then on the radio you heard Mick Sorby is known for firearms. People will judge you before you get to know. So am I right in saying, Mick, that this book is a message out there that if they want to get to know the real Mick Sorby, then read this?
Yeah, because. How can I explain? I done what I had to do, working on a door, for to make a living.
Yeah.
That's all it was. It's not. I didn't dislike anybody.
Yeah.
In fact, the people who caused trouble, I like them better because they kept me in a job all the time.
Yeah. And obviously, so we're going to be doing we're going to be making a YouTube documentary with on your life after lockdown. Yeah. So the book's going to be out this Friday, and. What have you got? Why should people buy it then?
Because they should buy it because it will show you that. Well, why I'm putting about my childhood, Jamie? I want to why that started with that, right?
Yeah.
It's because I was trying to show people how violence breeds violence.
Yeah.
And I'd like them to read it. If they see what kind of upbringing I had, they might understand why the way I was.
Yeah.
Do
you know when I read it, it's a bit like Frankenstein. You know, he's manufactured by somebody else. That, you know, because you'd had a life of violence, been abused, tortured, mentally, physically, everywhere you could think of. Then, you know, it was obvious you were that kind of shaped your life. And
it would take me a break, Jamie, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know, and obviously you used it into something where. You know, I think one guy in the book said it was almost like you were impervious to pain, and you made it into a job what you'd done all your life or what you did all your childhood, and you know, I must admit, Mick, it's not for nice reading. Some of it, it's really astonishing when you think, Jesus Christ, but in actual fact, it happened, and it was your life.
Oh yeah, I've played part of it down as well.
Yeah, absolutely. But listen, you know what? You've been an absolute pleasure to work with, Mick, and there's going to be more to come from with you with documentaries and that. And so if anyone's listening now on YouTube would like to buy Mick Sorby Born and Bred, it's available from Amazon, £4.95 via Kindle, and the paperback is £12.95. Marvellous.